Welcome in. Thanks for joining us for the WHHI Daily News, where we strive to bring you more Lowcountry news more often. I'm Bob Stevens. As you're likely aware, the government has not shut down. Over 10,000 military members in the Lowcountry are still being paid. So are air traffic controllers and TSA agents. National parks are going to stay open. Food will still be inspected, and disaster relief will still flow from FEMA, which was given extra funding in the new budget agreement. Aid to Ukraine was kept out of the deal, though it could be added back during the 45-day extension. By the way, Lowcountry Congresswoman Nancy Mace voted against keeping the government open, one of 90 Republican congresspersons who voted no. She called it a failure of leadership on both sides. Josephine Wright's story of trying to preserve her family's century-long land ownership in the Jonesville neighborhood on Hilton Head Island against development next door has tugged at the heartstrings and apparently the wallets of sympathizers nationwide, enough that her GoFundMe legal defense fund has crossed the $360,000 mark, including checks from celebrities like Snoop Dogg and Tyler Perry and Kyrie Irving. The legal battle over ownership of her backyard has been ordered to mediation. The town of Hilton Head is not issuing any permits to the developer until the issue is settled. Maybe the jewel of the state's park system, Hunting Island State Park's Nature Center is now open after a months-long renovation. The Nature Center features local Gullah artwork, animal exhibits, and a variety of artifacts and displays that interpret the area's historical and natural environment. Funding for the six-figure renovation came from donations from Friends of Hunting Island and a grant from the city of Beaufort. A Marine from MCAS Beaufort could be charged with several felonies of animal cruelty for being a no-show to take care of pets at a Hilton Head Plantation residence. 20-year-old Victoria Marie Spencer had been hired through the Trusted House Sitters pet sitting website and had agreed to watch 2 dogs and 3 cats during a 9-day vacation and showed up the first few days, but, according to the resident's doorbell camera, missed nearly the last week of the vacation. When a neighbor was summoned, 1 dog was found dead, another wounded trying to escape its kennel. Spencer faces 2 felony counts of animal cruelty and 3 misdemeanor charges. How about a little better news from the Marines? Triplets Connor, Matthew, and Griffin Weir of Marshfield, Massachusetts just graduated from the Marine Corps Recruit Depot at Parris Island. Though they fought and competed as siblings, the triplets ended up in the same platoon and the same barracks at Parris Island, and now they'll be fighting on the same side, though deployed apart. Parents Michelle and Kenneth were joined by the triplets' 2 older brothers and 2 older sisters at graduation late last week. Mom says even though they will now be Marines, they'll always be her babies. For more details on these stories and other Lowcountry news, we invite you to visit the sources listed on your screen. We're going to talk sports in just a few minutes, but first, let's take a look at our first week of October fall forecast from Maria Soden.
Thanks, Bob. Yep, so taking a look ahead, the first week of October, it does look like the fall weather is officially here with plenty of sunshine and cooler temperatures. So taking a look at Tuesday, it's going to be sunny with Hilton having a high 81, a low 67. Bluffton's going to high 83, a low 64. And Beaufort's going to high 83 and a low 64. The sunrise for Tuesday is going to be at 7:18 and sunset's going to be at 7:05. Looking at the beach tides, low tide's going to be at 7:36 a.m. and high tide's going to be at 12:52 p.m. Taking a look into the rest of the week, Wednesday, it's going to be sunny and slightly humid than the rest of the week. Highs in the 80s, lows in the 60s. Come Thursday, it's going to be sunny, again with highs in the 80s and lows in the 60s. And come Friday, it's going to be partly cloudy, again with highs in the 80s and lows in the 60s. That's it for today. Let's head it back to the desk.
As I mentioned, we're going to talk Bridge Bowl football in just a few minutes, but up next, we're going to talk about an interesting combination of charitable groups here in the Lowcountry. They have gotten together, should benefit both. We'll talk about it in a moment.